Hello, this is Trevor. Today we're working on a request smuggling lab in Portswigger's Web Security Academy. It is HTTP2 request splitting via CRLF injection. Front-end downgrades, fails to adequately sanitize incoming headers, solve the lab, delete the user Carlos by using response queue poisoning to break the admin panel. @admin user, an admin user will log in every 10 seconds. And then it'll reset after 10 requests if we screw up the state. That's fine. And then that's fine. Okay. So because they're logging in and we want to get access to the admin panel, I think we're going to do like I think we did before with the response queue poisoning. We're going to try to capture the response from that login. And we want to, from that, we expect to get the session token that's issued on that login. All right. Well, sounds good. Let's get started. Please remember to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. I would appreciate that. And so we're going to do kind of a combination between response queue poisoning and the CRLF injection that we did in the last video. So let's go turn on burp. Do that. Proxy, HTTP history, get. Send this to repeater. Okay. Because we're doing splitting, request splitting and request splitting, I don't really need to change this to a post because we're not going to have a body. Everything we're going to do is in the headers. So with that in mind, I can go ahead and delete all of this. And then here we can create a new header, foo, blah. And then this is where we're going to attach the other stuff. So if we look at our notes, response queue poisoning, we're going to do something like this, but request splitting. This is what we want. So we're going to put all of foo, this has foo bar. We're going to put all of this stuff into this variable and get admin. So do we want get admin? No. But let's see. And then the host, I don't know if it needs to be, we don't know where this needs to be, but we'll try it like this first. And then if this doesn't work, we'll move it up to the first request. Let me show you what I mean. So this is the first request, get slash, and let's do this to something that doesn't exist. And then when we're going to enter in a second request with the carriage return stuff, that'll be our second. So if when it downgrades, it takes this host variable and, sorry about that, takes this host variable and writes it in the first part or just, changes what it is, then because this will become, sorry, I'm doing a poor job of explaining, but this will become authority. So if authority is enough for it to write this, good, it'll send it. Otherwise, it may attach it to the bottom of the headers. And in that case, we could have, if we add one to the second request, we could have two host ones and nothing in the first one. Hope that makes sense. All right, let's We don't care about that. We want this. We want request HTTP2, and then we want request headers. Foo. We want to edit this. All right. We want shift enter and then get /Trevor space HTTP /1.1. Oh, we want 2 enters there. And then 1 here. Host and the same host. Okay. Apply changes. So let me show you. So now we've got the authority line, which is the HTTP2 header, and this foo, which will provide the host for this second get. This is what I was talking about. If the authority line replaces the host header up in, up at the top of that first request, we're fine. If it appends it to the bottom, we're not going to be fine. So we'll have to move this up. Other than that, things look fine. Get Trevor. I think that will work. Okay. So we want to test if this works by sending it, waiting a few seconds, and then sending a get, right? And the hope, well, we can test it ourselves by sending this one, making sure that this receives a 404. And that way we know that we're doing the response queue poisoning. So let's add tab to group. Let's do RS. We'll do plain old gray this time. We'll add both, create, and then we'll send in sequence. So we're going to poison the response queue and then try to get a response. And hopefully this one returns a 404 so we know we've got the first one right. All right, let's send it. 404 for the first one and 404 for the second. Perfect. So this one is getting, the queue is getting poisoned and we're receiving the response from that split request here. Awesome. All right. With that in mind, let's start writing the code. We need to do at least one thing different. Our current request smuggling library. Whoops, what am I doing? I can't talk and think and type at the same time. Lab request smuggling H2. We'll call it H2 request splitting via CRLF injection. H2 request splitting via CRLF injection.py. Okay. Let's close the template so I don't forget that. Okay, what I was trying to say before is that right now, our request splitting right here expects a request body. And it does try to send that right here. Because we're doing gets, we're not going to have a request body. So we'll need to fix that up. All right, let's just kind of plan out what we're going to do. We are going to send the smuggled request. And then we are going to wait X seconds and then send a get request and check for status code. So if you think when someone logs in, they do a post, what you expect is to get a 302 response, right? So redirecting them. And in that 302 response should have a cookie. So that's what we're going to plan for here. And then check for cookie, use cookie to log in, and delete Carlos. That's our plan. So let's start creating our smuggled request. Def send smuggled request. We'll probably have to do these 3 multiple times. Send smuggled request. We need the host at least. Know that. We want to create the headers. And so how do we do that? I totally forgot. Let's look here and see headers. Oh, and there's one other thing I want to do. I want to change all of these to start using binary. And luckily, that's pretty simple. I just put a B for all of those. I'm going to encode any variables. I don't know how big a deal this is, but I was reading through the documentation for this library, and it does expect bytes. So if other headers, split lines, data, name, so we can just right here do dot encode, if list headers, and list headers will have to do it in the other side. Okay, that's good. So we need method path host and then the headers. So method equals get path equals, we're going to do something that doesn't exist so we can know if we nail it. And then host, we've got that. List headers equals, boom. We just want to add one, right? Which we're going to name foo. And we're going to do this. I don't know if that will copy over, but let's try it. Control C, Control Shift B. No, it didn't, but that's okay. Okay. Blah. We want to change this to /r/n/r/n. Get Trevor HTTP1. Here we want /r/n. Everything else is good. That'll be our list headers. So headers equals format h2 headers. Request smuggling.format h2 headers with goes method path host list headers. Method path host list headers equals list headers. Okay. No body. So now we need to send it. Here's the other change I know we wanted. I think I talked about, because we're not going to have a request body. So let's move this parameter to the end, or let's move host to the beginning. Host, request headers, request body, and let's make this optional by doing none. Okay, so here we'll do if request body, and then if the type is string, we're going to encode it. Boom, boom, boom. All right, and right here, if request body, we'll do this, else we'll just do this, but then add the end stream. Okay, sweet. Looks good. That should be all we need to change there. So now we need to use it. H2 request. H2 request smuggling equals. No. Dot H2 request. What does this mean? Host headers. Host and headers. And we get back a response. We give back this response. Okay. So we can just return that there. That is fine. Okay. And let's create a def reset host. Do we want to reset it with HTTP1 or HTTP2? Let's try HTTP2. Now that we have an easy get, we can do method equals get path equals, just get the home page. We don't need to modify any headers. Headers equals request smuggling.format h2 headers method path host, like that, and then request smuggling.h2 request host headers. Let's check the response status code. So that is going to be in headers somewhere. Let's do this. Print log.debug resp response not body headers. And then from that, we'll eventually extract. And we need to do this a number of times. Let's leave it 1 for now, and then call that right here. So reset blog.host. All right, let's try that. Python h2 request splitting. And then here, paste. Invalid syntax. Oh, crap. I should have known that. I kept seeing the error and thinking, oh, that's just a formatting thing. Whatever. Okay. Getting a response from... Oh, I forgot the -d. -d. All right, there's the header. Let's write another function. Def get h2 status. And we'll give it the response for entry in resp response headers. So we're going to loop through all of these. If entry 0 equals b status, return entry 1. Do we want it text dot decode? Yeah, we'll do an int and then decode. So we'll decode it so that it's text, and then we'll turn it to an integer, and we'll return that. Okay, so let's say log.debug status. No, we won't. We'll just print out the status code. Get h2 status. You know, this should be... Let's move this to here. That's a much better idea. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. Log debug equals request smuggling.get h2 status of the response. There we go. Let's try that. Boom, 200. Okay. Now let's loop this. We can just loop this part for x in range 11. We'll do this. And then let's put a log.info resetting response queue. Perfect. All right. Now, how do our smuggled one looks good? We need to define a chaser, def send get. We'll just leave it as get, I guess. We need kind of the exact same stuff, except for this time, let's do the Trevor. Just so that we get a 404 if we don't. So we can easily tell when we get a 302, right? And then this. Except for we want to return the response. Okay. So we send the smuggled response. We wait X seconds. How long are we going to wait? Let's wait seconds equals, let's wait 3. We know we need import time. I'm going to leave request for now. Send the smuggled request. Wait 3 seconds. Send the get request. And now we need to check status code. Okay, so we reset. We're going to send smuggled request. This is going to return this response. So let's check if we get a 302 to this one. We want if get h2 status, get request smuggling dot get h2 status of resp equals 302. We're done, right? We want to print. Let's log.debug resp. All right. And then time.sleep wait seconds. And then we send the chaser, which is send get host. We get a response from that. Oh, this is blog.host. Let's do the same thing here. We're doing the same code twice. I don't like that, but It's fine just 2 times. If we do it 3 times, we're in trouble. Okay, and so this is the stuff we're going to loop through, but I don't want to do it quite yet. I want to make sure everything works. So let's try sending this. Make sure we get no errors. We should debug log the freaking status code right here. So again, instead of doing this status code equals and then log.debug post status code f if status code equals 302. We do that, and then we want to replace this stuff with this, and this will be the get send get. Yep. Okay. Oh, I need that freaking there and there. And let's add some logs here. So log.info sending smuggled request. Log.info sending get request. All right. We got 404s for both of those. That's fine. We didn't poison anything. All right. I think we're ready to loop. So reset right here. While true, we want to run this. If here we're going to break, and here we're going to break. I don't know if RESP is going to be available outside the while. I think it is. But let's run this and see if we can get the cookie. This may take a while. So we're resetting. We're sending the smuggled request. We got a 404 and a 200. Hey, so we did definitely. Oh, we forgot to wait. Dang it. Where's our time? Oh, it's right there. No, we didn't forget. Sending smuggled request. Yeah, we definitely waited 3 seconds. Is 3 seconds too fast? I don't know. So if we get it, log.debug resp response headers. I want to make sure that we can. Let me kill this. I want to make sure that we can still read the response outside the while, because we need the cookie if we do get it, and that'll be in the response header. And we probably don't need to do these two. Oh, look at that. We got it. And 302 right there. Sweet. Okay, so now let's write another function called, let's just do it. So we're going to do it the same as get status, but this is going to be specific to the cookie. So get cookie resp for entry. If entry 0 equals b set dash cookie, and then we want to split up. We're going to split on the equal sign. So we're going to decode. So what should we call this? I don't know. Text equals entry. Couldn't think what I wanted to do there for a second. Text equal, and then we want session return text dot split on equal sign, and we want to return the second item, right? So we decode this, boom, here, and then save that as text, and then we split on the equal sign right there, and we return just this portion. That should be good. Let's see. Debug response headers. I don't need this one, I guess. So get cookie response, and then admin session cookie equals get cookie, and then we can do if args, we can do args.no proxy. We should do shop. They're the same, but I don't know. Whatever. If shop no proxy requests dot get, we want shop dot base URL plus admin. Oh, is it blog? Whoops, my bad. Request get blog.base URL admin cookies equals, let's just define this. It'll be called session with the value of admin session cookie. And I can't think of anything else we need. We need to save this as resp else. Do the same thing, but this time with proxies. With the proxy. Util proxies equals utils dot proxies. And verify equals false. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. And then let's log.debug resp. Sweet. Once we get resp, hopefully that'll show us the code to delete the user. So we're right. We've done all of this. All we need now is to figure out how to delete Carlos. We'll wait for this to smuggle. Didn't take too long the first time. No, not at all. We got it on the second attempt. That was crazy. This one's taking a little bit longer. But we know it works. We didn't change any of that code, so good to go there. Log debug. Once we get, and it's probably like a GET request to, but I don't want to guess. We don't need this anymore. I'm going to close it. Quit, discard. This one's taking a while. Getting a lot of, we got some 200s. So each 200, we know that we, poison the response of the victim. All right, well, crap, what should we talk about right now? This is taking longer than I would hope for. It's payback for getting it on the second try. Oh, there we go. Response 404. Oh, crap. But we did proxy that request. Get. I thought it said it was at admin. To break in the admin pool panel at /admin. What the crap? Oh, it's because we need to reset. Dang. Right here, we need to reset blog.host. I was poisoning my own. Okay. But because I don't want to have this video take forever, I'm going to cheat a little and use this to check out what the admin page looks like. That's no good. Still the same. Wow. That's what you get for smuggling so much. There we go. Admin panel. Oh, crap. We had it. Admin panel. Come on. Oh, there it is. Show me one more time. This is crazy. Why is it? I thought it would reset. So it's just a get, copy link to this. Text. And then we're going to jump ahead here to what? The same thing we did here. Let me paste this before I forget it. Oops. There. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing we did here, but here. And The URL we're going to get is /admin/delete $user name equals Carlos. And we're going to do the same here. And then we're going to do blog.isSolved. Sweet. Reset. We don't need this anymore, but might as well get it. Okay. Easy peasy. Let's run this. Hope it doesn't take forever. And then we'll start the recap while it's running. So, based on the description of the lab, we knew that there was a /admin page and that there was a user that logged in every 10 seconds. We knew that there was downgraded HTTP 2, which was possibly vulnerable. We knew that we could do request splitting and via CRLF injection. So what we did is we created a request and made it HTTP 2, added, and it was a GET request, added another header, and it didn't matter what this was called or the value, the first part of the value anyway. And then we injected 2 carriage return line feeds so that we had a blank line and then the start of another request. And what this did was when it was downgraded, the front end, the HTTP2 saw this all as one request. When it sent it to the back end said, hey, whoops, we've got 2 requests here. So it took the first request, responded, held the request for this one, and gave it to the next person or the next request that came in. And we took advantage of that to grab the reply to the post for the admin logging in. With that, we were able to grab the session token, and using the session token, we were able to log in as the admin, get the URL to delete Carlos, and then go ahead and delete him. And then, boom. Once that was done, it was solved. Hopefully. Still got, this one's taking a little bit too. But as soon as this comes up, it should be Dunzo. Dunzo, Washington. Oh, in this video, we also made a couple of changes to this file. One, we made all of the headers now byte strings. We added getH2 status, which just returns the status code. And we made it so the request body in the H2 request was optional. And if it didn't send it, it would end the stream right here at the end of the headers. This allowed us to use this same function to send a GET request. And yeah, I think that's it. So a lot of stuff done in this video. And any day now, this is going to show us a 302 and let us solve this. Any day. So we've done 100 labs now. This is the 101st. Pretty crazy. So we're not even halfway done. We're close to halfway. But 100 labs so far. What else can I talk about? How do I fill this time, this empty void of time, with info? Because I'm sure everybody's sticking around to see that solved text. Lab is solved. That's what I'm looking for. Super annoying. $48 or 6:48. We started at, so it's been 5 minutes. 5 minutes? That doesn't seem right. We did not change any of this code though. Do you think the site is so screwed up? But we did a reset here. We sent it. We're getting 404s and 200s. 200s are the smuggled requests. I don't know what to do. Let this run forever. All right, I'll just cut out. I'll just cut the video from now until a few seconds before it solves. You know what? Dang it. I put the reset in the wrong spot. Oh, dang it. It needs to be up here after we get through this and before we try to get the admin page. Dang it. Okay, I'm going to kill this and run it again. I don't want to reset after every time, though. That would suck. Let's just hope we get it fast. All right. I'll cut until it solves it. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to kill this, wait 15 minutes till the lab resets, and then start it, try it again. Okay? Oh, wait. Oh. Oh my gosh. I was about to press the button. That's so awesome. Yes! Lab is solved. I was so close to killing that. That is funny. Let's go to here. Boom. Sweet. Very cool. All right. Well, I already did the recap. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much. Goodbye.